Nose.
I know.
Hey. Just pay attention for like 2 seconds, please. Okay. There are thousands of kinds of purebred dogs. Some dogs are Yorkies, Dalmatians, Labs, and Pomeranians. Some of these breeds are have a very interesting ancestry of how they came to be, the reason why they look certain ways, and have certain personalities. Some of these breeds are the pug. Pugs are the largest of the small breeds and have very big personalities. They're described as compact with a square body, deep chest, and well-developed muscles. They have wrinkly, short-muzzled faces and a fine glossy coat. They can be a variety of colors such as apricot fawn, silver fawn, fawn, or black. Their tails normally curl tightly on the top of their hips and are sometimes described as looking like the shape of a cinnamon roll. Their ears are usually either a rose or a button shape, and their legs are strong and of average height. They also tend to have underbites due to the shape of their bottom teeth. They're usually 10 to 13 inches tall, weigh 14 to 18 pounds, and their life expectancy is normally 13 to 15 years. Their personalities are described as strong-willed but not aggressive. They're also described as good family dogs because they're fond of children and are sturdy enough to play with them. While they are good with children or as a family dog, they are also known to be a good pet for a single person as well. They tend to be sensitive to their people's moods and are usually eager to please. They are often called shadows because they follow their owners around, always craving constant affection. I can personally relate to these traits because my pug shows many of these traits. He loves children and is very sensitive to my fiancé and I's mood. We also call him the shadow because he follows us around constantly, to the point where he sleeps on my clothes in the bathroom while I shower because he doesn't like to be on the other side of the closed door. Pugs also have very interesting and elaborate histories. Pugs originated in China around 400 BC. The royal Chinese families used to use them as companion dogs. They were highly valued and kept in luxury while being guarded by soldiers. It was even said that the Emperor King Shi Huang was believed to give his pugs the same ranking as his wives. They were also favored because of the W shape of the wrinkles on the puppies' foreheads when they're first born, which is the symbol for prince. They were also kept as companions in the monasteries by the Buddhist monks. They were symbols of protection and known as Taiyi, which means hand dog. This is because the legend that if a human touches a newborn eagle right after it hatches, it would transform into a pug. There is controversy about whether they are originally first bred in monasteries or by the royal families, but they were equally valued in both. By the 16th century, they were first being imported to Holland, where the popularity of pugs started for Europe. They became the official dog of the House of Orange in 1572 after their pug alerted the prince that assassins were near and saved his life. They were also painted by Goya in Spain, perched on their owner's laps. In Italy, they rode up in the private carriages, dressed in jackets and pantaloons to match the coachman. By the 18th century, popularity of pugs spread to France. It is said that Napoleon Bonaparte's wife, Josephine, had her pug Fortune carry concealed messages to her family while she was imprisoned. During this time, paintings of pugs usually appeared with longer noses and legs than today, and sometimes had cropped ears, which were deemed illegal in 1895. It is speculated that the modern appearance changed in the 1860s after a new wave of breed was directly imported from China. If you look to the left of me, there will be a visual to demonstrate the evolution of pugs and the change of their appearance. So this is what pugs originally looked like, and then once they evolved, they grew to look like this. And this is like their noses were pushed in more, their ears are a little bit shorter, and their legs are much shorter as well. During the 19th century, pugs were also grew in popularity and made its name as the common family pet in the United States. In the 19th century, pugs became more popular in the United Kingdom as well. Queen Victoria developed a passion for pugs, which she passed on to the other members of the royal family. They were also judged Best in Show and the World Dog Show in 2004. While pugs are very popular, interesting dogs, they are also known to have many health problems. They are prone to breathing and temperature regulation issues. This is because they are born with elongated palates and pinched nostrils. Because of this, it caused them to snort and breathe irregularly making it hard for them to regulate their temperature due to the fast panting. It also causes a condition called reverse sneezing. This is when substances get caught behind the palate and it causes them to sound like they're breathing backwards or hyperventilating. There is a surgery that fixes this, though. The surgery resects the palate and opens up the sinuses. My pug used to have these problems, but after the surgery, he no longer has the reverse sneezing. He snorts much less, and his overall quality of life is much better. Some other problems is that they have susceptibility to eye issues such as proctosis, which is bulging eye, scratched corneas, and painful entropion. They also have a reputation of having a hard time giving birth. Pugs are born with large heads, and they also have small birth canals. This can cause issues with passing the puppies, and they often have to give birth in veterinary clinics for precaution. While pugs have many health problems that can be expensive, they are amazingly smart dogs. They are very stubborn, but are great family dogs and have an emotional intuition to know how their people are feeling and when to comfort them. My pug is very good at this. He is registered as my emotional support animal and has a great intuition on when I'm feeling anxious or upset. They are very intelligent, compassionate breeds, and I would definitely recommend getting a pug. Thank you.